All right. Here we are from Linux. Somehow though, YouTube doesn't work. Okay, it works. Oh. All right. So because this is a tiling window manager, it's a bit finicky. Let me pop out the chats and stuff. Manager. Okay. Okay. Then pop out this other chat. Nice. Another thing I changed is the resolution. Oops. There you go. Move this a little bit. All right, cool. Here we are on Linux streaming. Let me actually check my sound. All right, works. Nice. One nice thing with Linux is that it works so much faster when you build. That's pretty cool. As you also notice, I have sounds. They're fighting this goblin over here. Eating, digging sounds. I have a few new models for workshops, which are 3D now, based on the 2D art. I need this because it simplifies my life with rotations. What else did I add? I added goblins, a lot of stuff. Another thing you can see, we have winter sounds as well. So this is pretty nice. We'll start maybe from one thing I need to do for my sound, which is I'm not sure how Fmod sounds work. Let me open a window. Okay, open my project. Ignore. Maybe this guy I need. I don't know why it opened the profiler. A few things. Ambient sounds. Here. Ambience. Okay. Quite complicated, but I wonder why does it have a specializer? Can I just delete it? Radius 6.8. Radius is 20. Okay. Okay. I think for me the radius here is 1. For all of my sounds. Maybe because it goes from -1 to 1. And this is 0, 0, so this is probably what I need for all of the sounds. And then for the distance, I need to do something for my sound. Designer, which is do a I don't know what this guy needs to be at. The wait, what? Do I have 2 updates? Oh no, it's this one. Trigger event, blah blah blah. So I think when I trigger an event, I should also put the spatial stuff. Is this correct? Realization. Let me check documentation. positional events, set volume. Great. Set. Can set the parameter. These are some vectors. The 3D. Trying to find the parameter. Okay, but actually one thing that's pretty cool is that this works. On some documentation. Here. Is it this guy? Oh, does this override it for everything? There's another radius here. So I'm a bit confused where these are coming from. Position, roll off, rotation, direction. Can I search 0? I guess this is the radius for the preview. Okay. Moving on. So here let's do a hack. Probably zoom level times. This zoom level here. I need to also check the values in that. Okay, 0.512 and 0.25.5. Okay. So guess it would be something like this. Let me do it by hand for now, just to see the ranges. And this would be in game.rs. Let's quickly put one guy here. Initialize this dude. And then here where I have the debug UI, pause menu, action bar. Nope, nope, nope. This, I actually don't need two of these. Add, what's it called? I do wonder if this should be negative here. I'm setting the sound position relative to the camera, so I guess this should be like that. Okay, and then another hack I need to do is in keep the ambiental stuff. And this should do it. I don't want to play anything here because this is basically this shouldn't be affected by the volume. It's ambiental. It should have the constant volume regardless of the zoom level. Shouldn't be affected by it. Okay. Now it's 0, so I hear everything max. The steps are kind of confusing me, so let me remove those sounds. Hey, yeah, I was listening to the sound because I'm actually working on panning these sounds properly. So basically, I have a file somewhere. I'm working on sounds these days quite a bit. So maybe if you dig, let's see here. You shouldn't hear much at this distance. Maybe 15. Okay. Which I guess is the fall off distance. Yeah, I have a lot of sounds. So basically, quite a few. Added goblins, added ambiental sounds as well that I disabled now. Am I very quiet? Oh, about now. Or thing is with about now. Oh, right. I thought it was my audio. I wanted to port my settings from Windows and then kind of got annoyed because it didn't work. Yeah. The thing is, so you have a fall off distance here. I'm not sure if this is visible. Yeah, it is. So it says a range of 20. And then this 20 here is being attenuated by this curve, starting as far as I can tell from 1 meter to 20 meters. But I want the panning to be not as so my X will be between 0 and 1 for panning, and then depth would be from 0 to 20. Okay, cool. Right. So this, by the way, check out. These are all my sounds. All sorts of impacts. The UI is not here yet. Dogs, doors, everything. Yeah. In other news, I switched to Linux, so now I'm done with Windows after the last updates. Also, it somehow feels nicer to use. I love the tiling window managers. I feel like I've been missing out. Yeah, and I have a lot of... No, I didn't like the fact that I have like every update. Oh, by the way, you hear that? Some snoring. There is a bug, by the way, in the game. The snoring sound stays. That the guys wake up. That's a bug. I don't know how Windows got to be so bad. The only thing I'm missing now is Superluminal, which is not yet working. But I don't know, it's just so bloated, and I use one of those debloaters. Got a bit better, but then an update happened, and then OneDrive got somehow re-enabled, even though I don't have it. And then it's just like, leave me alone. And by the way, this is a Windows I paid for ages ago, you know? So I'm just a little bit... It's just, I'm not even... I just moved on. I moved on to Linux. So that is my thing now. And I love it. I mean, I use this, started from Omarchy. I don't even know how to, but it's basically some Arch with Hyperland. And then it just works. And it actually compiles faster here than on Windows. So I have a dual boot setup now. The only reason I'm going to Windows now is basically Fortnite. Okay. Yeah, I'll continue tuning these things, and then re-enabling the weather sounds here. Fine. Even debugging with Z and LLDB is much nicer here for some unknown reason. This should be maximum volume. What? No, this should be maximum volume. And this should be like 70%. It's around 16 or so. Okay. Oh, is it in WGPU? Right, but then I guess it's on orthographic projection. I don't need to do anything with it. 0.25. And then 2 is the max zoom. So this times when it's 2, I want it to be 1. Point 0.75. I do this thing. Wait, what am I doing here? This needs to be 1 and zoom level is 2. And then do I need to do the get here? Oh, no, no, no. Fine. Oh, can I actually... my understanding is also 0. I'm trying to scale this value and my brain is just dead. So value now. What's the zoom level? Let me see. 2, 1. And this would be what? 16. This is already 16. Okay. 15. Okay, this should be good. I'll give it to my son guy. He can run with it. Let's see. I can do a hack here if it's not 0. Maybe if it's bigger than 0. Override it. And then let me initialize this thing here. Negative. So then he can also play with it and tell me these values are reasonable. Nope. Because I want this thing to be from -1 to 24. You see? You can hear them now. And then if I put it to -1, it's not used. Okay. This will be good enough for now. So one thing I also need to do here, so this is my game. I'm trying to basically tune some sounds. So one problem I have now is that if this guy starts snoring, the snoring sound doesn't disappear when they wake up. So let's showcase that. So here we're fighting this guy. Okay. The draw order was a bit buggy. Let me take this guy. Okay, energy 97. Okay. AI component. Energy. Whoop. Let's get it to 1. He'll pass out. I don't know if you can hear him snore. You can definitely hear him snore. Because we will trigger this. Or this. Yeah, it's here. But I don't think we ever do anything when he wakes up. Move this out of the way. Oh, I mean, finish fainting. We got this guy here. I guess we just do this. The one thing I don't like is the fact that the key here is the sound ID and the position. Grab this chicken. Energy, come on chicken. Get sleepy. Oh, and I think I need to do something here as well, right? Else. And here will be I don't hear the chicken snoring. I actually don't even see the chicken. Did he wake up? The chicken is snoring. I think the sound is quite faint now. Maybe... Okay. Oh, I know why. Zero. Yeah, this should set it to 0. But I think I'm doing this math twice. Bigger positional event. Yes, this is wrong. Just a copy paste, no problem. Okay. Although if I trigger it with the wrong sound, it should get adjusted in the update anyway. And it, yeah, we take all of them. If the instance is valid, okay. We might have a memory leak here. That's okay. I'll look into this a bit later. Yeah, I think this fixes the snoring issue. And I've got a request to let chickens continue snoring. Cat AI component. Cat is sleeping, okay. It's fainted, but it's sleeping for it. What did I do here? Yeah, and here we stop it. Wait, is this window too small? Okay. There you go. Right. Is this? Check the size here. Oh, is there no ruler here? Interesting. Okay. This is pretty good. We're having quite a few fixes done. Okay. Stop snoring. And spawn with the right volume. Okay. Perfect. What else do I show? Oh yeah, we have here in a bunch of tables. Wand. All done. We fixed the snoring problem. I mean, chickens still snore, but they don't keep snoring after they wake up. That was the snoring problem. Perfectly legal for them to snore. Also, dogs snore. Everyone snores, basically. Like this dog. I think the snoring sound now is a bit too faint, but I'll leave that. Definitely is too faint. Okay. We have a bunch of new things here. Look at this brewery. This is Taylor Potions kitchen. What do we have here? Weapons, melting, and wood bench. It's annoying, so now because they don't have collision you can go through these meshes, but they are 3D now and they do emit light, so in the night they look quite moody. Yes, I do like the area things. I was thinking the same. I already have something similar. I actually like that game a lot. So for example, farms work in a similar way to how they do the tree cutting things and so on. I need the UI for these guys to allow me to set the jobs. Oh yeah, so if there's a question if I ended up trying out this essay for some inspiration on managing jobs and areas. It's the same actually as in Manor Lords. It's quite similar idea. Especially if you have kind of repeating jobs with a resource, like a tree cutting, and then they have to take care of, let's say, the tree. Now you just cut it and not harvest it. So I do like that quite a bit. I also am thinking, look at this guy, blood everywhere. I mean, now it's a lot of boiling sounds because I have a lot of workshops. But here, even if you, for example, make something, you have some sounds. There's a sound for dropping stuff on the ground. Yeah, it needs to be tuned, so the sounds are good, but they need like the volume and mastering needs to be done. I like the digging a lot. Digging is my favorite sound. This one. And it sounds different depending on what you dig, so basically you dig some metal here at the end, you'll hear it differently. And I kinda tuned the right spatialization of the sounds, so I like this. These trees though, I might go back to my 2D ones. I'm not a fan of them. I have a morning sound here. If you have chickens, I should make the chicken do the sound because now it's just snoring here. Like, whoa, what's up with that? It's just like an ambient sound to let you know it's like 5 AM. And I have summer sounds which are different, as well as there's like different birds. Autumn sounds. Winter. There's different nights, night and day. Although I don't think we should have crickets in the night. It's a lot. It's a lot of complicated stuff. I'm very happy with this. So if you look at ambience, let me make this small so you can see it on screen. There's a lot of things happening here, depending on the time of day, on the season. I have a bunch of knobs to control. So these are cool. Yeah, pretty good. Who is snoring? Did I fix this? Oh, it's this chicken snoring over here. Yeah, thank you for the progress on sounds. Worked quite hard on adding them, and I still have a bunch. I should leave these in for tomorrow's build. Sound engineer. And then more. Oops. I think they need to be tuned a bit as well. See what else we have here. This is cool. Click reaction. I love it. It's like a villager. Let me add this dwarf click reaction. This will be. When do we play this? I guess it's gonna be when we select a dwarf here in game UI. I already have the audio manager here. I do wonder why. Oh, for the workbench. Okay. I think the only thing is here. I'll also trigger it. For the dwarf. It just needs to be triggered if we selected a different guy than the previous guy though. Here's the thing with these triggers, they need to be kind of thought through a bit. So, do I know if I changed? I was trying to move this, but apparently it doesn't work. Okay, look preview. This is for my game. I'm trying to add some sounds for selecting the dwarfs. The sounds. These are my dwarfs here. So when you select one of these guys, make the sound. Fighting a goblin here. I'm working on sounds now, basically. FPS is a bit, oh no, it actually is 160, 150, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm working on sounds. This is my game. Thank you. It's basically a sort of a dwarf colony simulator, like Rimworld, Dwarf Fortress, that style. Quite early in development. But now I'm adding sounds. I have a bunch of workbenches. I have needs. There's a random bear here who's friendly, even though he's supposed to not be friendly. Or, wait, what faction is this guy? Yeah, component. Okay, wild animal. Wild animals are friendly for now. But yeah. They have hunger, thirst, everything. Mini pets, like cats. You just tell them what to do. So for example, let's say I want to build a farm here. And they will go grab the seeds and plant them. You don't control them directly, you just give like random orders. Right now every dwarf can do any job. They will become specialized later on. So as long as there's a tool, today they're all doing anything, so you don't need a tool for planting. But for example, for digging, and dig here, this guy has a pickaxe, so he'll come dig. As the heck, he's digging through the wall here, but that's a bit of a naughty thing. But you see, you do need a tool to do the job. So you'll also need a specialization, like or a role. Some dwarves will be able to do certain jobs better than others, and so on. If they do it more and get better at it. We need food, because otherwise they die. You can even milk this cow. I don't know exactly how. Maybe in the kitchen, if I bring the Dwarven cake needs baguette, strawberry and milk. So if I craft this, I need to cut this strawberry bush. I don't think I have a bucket though, so this is not gonna happen. I haven't picked a name yet. Currently it's called Dwarf Game. I did get my Steam approved. Steam stuff approved. I need to pick a title and then I want to set up some playtests in a month. Because now I'm off work, so I'm working on this full time for a little bit. So by the end of February, I want to have like a Steam page where we do some playtests and people can try it out. I'll fix bugs. Oh yeah, no, by the way, we have a Discord if you want to join. I'll send some builds there as well. If you're interested. Get my... I don't know how to get the channel invite. Invite the server. Yes. The game. Just Dwarf Game for now, Dwarf World. I'll probably change the title because that's very hard to pronounce, even for me. But I'll set up a name. If you have ideas for names, shoot an idea and I'll change the Steam page, no problem. Might be like a vote. Yeah, but now I'm busy a little bit with other stuff than picking a name. It's kind of in the back of my mind. They also here, so they will have to dig a bit more, but we also can set up a stockpile here outside and then clean this area. Area clean. Ooh. So you get the dirt out and then you can construct things inside. You can even construct these guys. And I need to tune the recipes, so now they're like iron pickaxe is made with 2 planks. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the CY is a little bit ugly. I don't mind it for a playtest, but I think people might have problems with it. So yeah. But this week is gonna be just intense working on sounds. So everything is nicely set. I'll also do a little bit more streaming because now I moved on Linux and I have a setup. I think so. It's not too... I mean, this is my debug UI, but it's not too bad. But it needs to be a bit more readable. Like for example here for planks, it'd be nice to have an icon. No. Stuff like that. This should have a sort of a status so you can inspect what's going on. And I have a few more ideas, but this is actually, I'm proud of this. I'll make this panel nicer, but yeah, because you can see what they're wearing, right? So look, I'm clicking this guy, it has this hat that he has. Also the dog is snoring. But yeah, the colors can be adjusted a bit, like you can't really read energy, and this was supposed to be an icon, but my phone doesn't have icons. Then you can inspect the body parts, the torso, see if they're sick, hungry, whatnot. This is the cow. This guy is digging, no problem here. Oh yeah, here we have some new digging sounds for metal. I just made it so if you're further away you don't quite hear the sounds. Except this snoring cat. I can hear from everywhere. Why is this still audible here? Well, now he woke up, so I need to check that out. Yeah, and I like the mood. It's kind of... lighting is a little bit nicer now. You get a bit of a moody thing around these workbenches. And one thing I should show you, this game is kind of 3D. Like these guys are 3D, these workbenches, but my dwarves are paper, like 2D. But if you look from the right angle, you can't quite tell they're some of them are models and some not. This needs to be a bit lower resolution though, so it gets more pixelated. I feel it's a bit too high res now. So that's some other work I need to do as well. Yeah, we have some emissive lights here. Some funky animations. This is in my engine. I built it from scratch. Toggling this debug cam is a bit wonky, but I think this is correct angle, yeah. I do wonder if I'm leaking some memory here. Maybe it's because I'm streaming. Save. I never tried saving on Linux. Okay, I wonder where this file is. Where did... I guess depends where SDL posts things. The snoring sound is unbelievable. Where did that come from? Where's this guy? I don't know. I don't understand why snoring is not me connect. I see this. Yeah. And maybe I need the profiler, I guess. You get some stats. This is mixing stuff, night ambience, sound. Wow, I get position on these. This is so cool. Can debug it. And then I can also see the sounds here. This is amazing. Okay, who's snoring? Where is the sound? 18. And is this loud? No, these parameters are. Here it's so faint. It's maybe a couple of years on and off. I started a long time ago, but then because this is done in my spare time, I kind of abandoned it for a while, and then I started back on it a few months back. Thanks for joining the Discord. And basically, God, this is making me sleepy. The last, maybe from November, I've been full-time on it, and I have sort of a sabbatical from work. So I'll be working on it until end of February, and I think by then I should have enough to put on for like some playtests, not even early access, just like free playtests on Steam, so people can try it and I can get some feedback. And then we can just improve it, and once it becomes a little bit better and you can play, let's say, a season, so here it starts in spring. I plan on making, right now, no, I'm losing money because I'm paying sound designer and an artist for the art. So I plan eventually to sell it on Steam. But right now I'm more focused on making it fun. And then we can like put some early access or something like that. Because now it's not even fun to play because everything is not balanced. And you just spawn, this is just my test world, so I need to thank you so much. I need to kind of, you know, focus on making it cool to play. I'm really like I did the workshops, sounds, these mods, a lot of bug fixing, a lot of performance fixing, like saving now is instant. Test 1, 2, 3. Boom. This is on debug. Very nice. And if I load, we should see everything is as we left it. Like these are harvested here. For example, this guy is dead here, as it should be. And I need something in the background. This is a bit dull, but yeah. And this is just kind of a big chunk of the world. I wanted to make a bit bigger, but I think for playtesting this should be enough for a tiny world, and then we can have large worlds. I need to work a bit more on it for large worlds. But yeah, all of these items are here, and then I have a bunch of art that I haven't added. Like these eggs, for example, I need to do something with them. Black circle going in and out. You mean this? This is just you look at the lower and lower levels. Right now it's for me to debug, so you can see some what has spawned in here. But these are just, if you cut the world horizontally at this level, that's what you see. So you see, whoop. You can dig under things here. That's just the height, let's say, the maximum height you see. Now you look at this iron pickaxe, you make it with 2 planks, makes no sense. So I need to make the smelting this week. I already have the smelter here. But I need the recipes for transforming ore into something else that you then use here to create weapons. The snorri sound needs to be tuned. Okay, so but for now it got a bit late, so my test Linux stream worked. I'm so happy I switched, by the way. And yeah, I'll be streaming more this week. I'll announce it on the Discord whenever I stream something. Thanks all for joining my... Probably tomorrow, actually. I'll stream a bit more. But yeah, thank you all. Bye. Bye.